We're doing it again. We're doing it again. Do I have a problem? Do I have a problem? All right. I can't even read the free chat. It's too much. It's too much, everybody. We do have a couple of surprises.
You're saying there is no legal restraining order?
Oh, I never got to that because I need Adderall. If I was on Adderall, you wouldn't have to ask me that. Oh, because whenever a court case is like that, they file an order of protection. It's standard case. Like so I just dropped off a police report with X-rays of my jaw, which he goes, yeah, and he lied about his jaw being. It's hilarious. So that's standard procedure. He has an order of protection against him from me, which I didn't ask for. From his ex-girlfriend, the one that he punched me in front of, thinking I was fucking her, and then hung out with her 8 months to further that lie until he fucking threatened her so many times she had to get an order of protection. All this stuff.
So a guy like that's punching women, that walks up to you, that's kind of pissed off at you, you wouldn't expect him to just walk up and punch you.
Whoa!
You've seen him punch women? Is that what you're saying? You weren't expecting that?
What's that?
You weren't expecting that?
Women. This all came out afterwards. John, look, I don't care what you think. That came out mean. John, whatever you think, I don't mind. You're very good at what you do. But if you think it wasn't a sucker.
You're very good at what you do. Literally, he's talking to an orange. That's Geno's general compliment to everybody. You're very good at what you do. Unless it's Garrett, and then he says if it's Garrett, he says you're great at what you do. Unless it's Kumia, he says you're amazing at what you do. That's what he does. That's what no matter who has a problem with. If he's at a restaurant, I'm sure he says the same thing. You're great at what you do, sir. You're great at what you do.
Because you live in a world of tough guy oranges where men fucking approach other men and squeeze the
Look, you got butthurt because I don't look at it as a sucker punch. That's all I said. It's just you look at it differently than I do.
Yes,
a sucker punch to me is when you don't see it coming, when it's out of your view. That's all I said. You went on this long rant.
And that's fair, but you don't see it. You don't realize, because you don't realize it was a bunch of things going back and forth that we were doing, like radio stuff that I thought was fun. And then you understand, like, if you saw it like a fucking real comedian, like, they get it. They're like, wow, you win.
A real comedian. If you saw it like a real comedian, Geno's not a real comedian. If you say, I like how these guys are saying, real comedians never talk about, oh, that guy's a real comedian, because they're just live in a world where people are real comedians. But the people like Geno and Bob Levy, who aren't real comedians, have to play, he's a real comedian, I'm a real comedian. I've never said real comedian basically until I started talking about, I guess, Lenny. Because I never really dealt with people that weren't real comedians. Like everybody that I was friends with or whatever, they were all real comedians. So we were like, he's a real comedian. That guy's a real, it was just a given. Geno's not a real comedian. He works at 0 clubs. He'll take any gig. He'll take the fucking, the gig in Atlantic City.
Do you understand? Like, if you saw it like a fucking real comedian, like, they get it. They're like, wow, you win. He fucking got so mad, he just walked in and sucker punched you. And if you don't understand what a sucker punch does, fucking, he's the one that
I've been sucker punched. So
he punched me and I didn't go down. He punched himself all the way down to Tennessee. Like a fucking real comedian, like, they get it. They're like, wow, you win. He fucking got so mad, he just walked in and sucker punched you. And if you don't understand what a sucker punch does, fucking, he's the one.
First of all, nobody said Geno Bisconte won. I've never heard that expression said ever. Geno, you won? Real comedians were barely talking about this, and because Geno's so irrelevant. But nobody was saying Geno won. He couldn't eat solid food for a month.
It was a bunch of things going back and forth that we were doing, like radio stuff that I thought was fun.
Like old-fashioned radio.
Then do you understand, like, if you saw it like a fucking real comedian, like, they get it. They're like, wow, you win. he fucking got so mad he just walked in and sucker punched you. And if you don't understand what a sucker punch does, fucking he's the
no real comedians thinks, wow, he won. That's not what happened. Sorry. Wow. Anyway, now I got this other one.
Even Geno. I love how Geno's on Tukey now talking shit about me. We had a great weekend. We had a good time. Being completely complimentary. Another guy who signs off on having your set taped. He's another comic who signs off on it's cool to have your set taped without your permission. He's another guy who thinks that's okay. Did anybody watch Geno's set on Saturday? Like, you guys are all coming after me. Did anybody watch Geno?
Chad made a mistake. He did a short set. You can watch a short set. You can't watch Geno's set. It's unwatchable. It's an hour long. You don't even know where to start. If you're going to critique it, you wouldn't even know where to start.
Bomb for an hour and a half. Literally, we had to yank him off the stage because he was just walking everyone. Table after table after table. Geno, shut the fuck up. Just shut up already.
There weren't that many people there. Table after table after table.
Okay. You're not a good comic. You're not. Say whatever you want about me because my set was illegally taped without my permission and they aired it. Nobody else. Did anybody see Keanu bomb for 20 minutes? Did anybody see that? Was I the only one that saw Keanu bomb for 20 minutes? I don't have a problem with you, Keanu, but when Geno's talking shit about me, I'm coming after both of you. He's literally on Tukey's show saying I bombed. I'm like, did anyone just see Geno for an hour and a half? An hour and a half. I'm not joking. 1 hour and a half. And he's trying to say I only did 10. I'm like, what? I did 25, dude. I have it on my phone.
They can't even agree.
I don't understand why Geno's talking shit on Tukey.
They can't even agree on how long everybody does. Remember, this was supposed to be. This was the whole thing was to stick it to me. Me and Broccoli wanted to watch a game together, have a couple of chicken fingers, and maybe a finger a whore at halftime, allegedly. Sit at the Brigada, and then it became. Then Melton got involved. And then Chad and Geno and Ken Mosca. And then remember Ken Mosca on Tony Mazur's show was saying people are going to get their arms broken or their hands broken if they try to record try to film the show or tape the show on their phone. Ken Mosca wasn't even there. He had to go to a birthday party. When hell freezes over, Chad.
Show, like, Bill, you were there. We got along fine. Everything was fine. And
Bill,
I'm like, what? I did 25, dude. I have it on my phone. I don't understand why Geno's talking shit on Tukey's show.
That's what Geno does.
Bill, you were there. We got along fine. Everything was fine.
Bill from Jersey.
But now he's going back to like talking shit again. Is it because I have a show called Kumia's Cucks? Is that why?
That's it? That's how the clip ends? I thought it had more. That's the end of the clip.
Even Geno.
Oh, my God. This is not from any YouTube. This is from
I love
Twitter.
how Geno's on Tukey now
strike my channel.
talking shit about me.
Oh,
we had a great weekend. We had a good time. Being completely complimentary. Another guy who signs off on having your set taped. He's another comic who signs off on it's cool to have your set taped without your permission. He's another guy who thinks that's okay. Did anybody watch Geno's set on Saturday? Like, you guys are all coming after me. Did anybody watch Geno bomb for an hour and a half? Literally, we had to yank him off the stage because he was just walking everyone.
They had no security.
Table after table after table. Geno, shut the fuck up. Just shut up already. Okay, you're not a good comic. You're not. Say whatever you want about me because my set was illegally taped without my permission.
Sue them. Sue them.
And they aired it.
Sue
Nobody
them.
else. Did anybody see Keanu bomb for 20 minutes?
No, I missed it.
Did anybody see that?
No.
Was I the only one that saw Keanu bomb for 20 minutes?
Probably not.
I don't have a problem with you, Keanu, but
I have no
Geno's
problem.
talking
I
shit
wish
about
you
me.
her well.
I'm coming after both of you. He's literally on Tuki's show saying I bombed. I'm like, did anyone just see Geno for an hour and a half? An hour and a half. I'm not joking. 1 hour and a half. And he's trying to say I only did 10. I'm like, what? I did 25, dude. I have it on.
First of all, weren't they? Didn't Chad and everybody say they had a great time? They all ate like dinner before the show. They all went out to dinner, and it was going to be great. When is anything with Geno involved end well? Aaron Berg, Pat Dixon, Anthony Cumia. How are they doing? How are they doing? Chad thought this was going to end well, doing a show with Geno. And Geno's a guy you can't try, you can't. And then Geno said the whole Pat Dixon thing, they were just playing radio. They were just a couple of guys doing radio, old-fashioned radio pranks. I'd have his ex-girlfriend on, I'd talk some shit. That's what we did. Anyway, let's Bill from Jersey's right here. I'm going to take this off. Sorry, I can't read it. Oh, I can read it over here, I guess. I'm an idiot. Am I the dumbest guy ever? I'm pretty dumb. I was with Geno at dinner, and at show, he went an hour and a half. Chad went 25. Keanu was bombing. I had to go get Chad to get her off stage. Geno's set was all FAG and horrible crowd work. Okay, Bill. Bill's a former police officer or something, FBI agent. So I take him at his word. People are like, you don't even know. You be with Chad. Listen, like I said, I do today's show. I'm worried about today and a little bit tomorrow. That's how I do the show. So am I like, you said Chad was yeah, I did. But when Chad was like, yeah, when Hell Freezes over, me and Geno were going to do a show, and Tony Mazer to stick it to Kevin. Good luck with working with Geno. Good luck working with Geno. Geno stinks. Bill from Jersey, you're welcome to come on anytime if you're going to shit on Geno. Geno stinks at comedy. What did Geno say? A regular comic? What's he call it again?
I've been sucker punched. So
he punched me and I didn't go down. He punched himself. He fucking approach other men and squeeze.
Look, you got butthurt because I don't look at it as a sucker punch. That's all I said. It's just you look at it differently than I do.
Yes,
a sucker punch to me is when you don't see it coming, when it's out of your view. That's all I said. You went on this long rant.
And that's fair, but you don't see it. You don't realize because you don't realize it was a bunch of things going back and forth that we were doing like radio stuff that I thought was fun. Then he you understand, like if you saw it like a fucking real comedian.
A real comedian. Sorry, I was thinking regular. A real comedian, which Geno isn't. Geno's never made any money doing comedy. That's a fact. Geno's best year doing does Geno ever get 1099s? Does LOL do 1099s? I mean, I've been paying taxes on comedy for decades. Geno doesn't. Geno doesn't make any money doing comedy, but he's a real comedian, according to him, but to nobody else. But they were going to stick it to me. Come to Atlantic City, do a show. Ken Mosca, Chad, Geno. Ken Mosca and his pals, it should have been called. Tony Mazur's do a guest set. Canoe's going to do a guest set. What could go wrong? Geno's a bitch. Everybody that's ever been associated with Geno says he's a bitch. He's toxic. I mean, toxic on a dangerous level. You know, people like Brennan's toxic. People don't get fired. You know what happens when people hang around with me? They make money. Right, Ray? Ay. And then people are like, you got to watch this. He starts the show taking his pills. That's how he starts the show.
Get my insurer. Breakfast of Champions.
Right. He can't do that before the show.
Today we're going to do the dissection of a lunatic. And that lunatic, of course, is Kevin Brennan. I try. I really do. I really do. I do my best to befriend this buffoon.
Buffoon. I knew that was coming.
And when he sees me, oh, he real nice. He real nice. He very, very nice. Oh, but then when he's in the comforts of his own shithole in Jersey City, then he can throw daggers.
Throw daggers? What's he talking? What do you mean throwing daggers? I don't throw any daggers.
Because he'd be a pussy.
Now he wants to fight me too?
Coward.
Coward? Which is it?
Much like most in the Dabbleverse.
Most.
It's a makeup of cowardice.
Yes.
Except, of course, for moi.
Right. The great one. The GOAT.
Lady K. And we're going to get into him. But remember when he said, I was afraid of Fatty Patty?
Yeah. Come on, talk about me.
Then suddenly, I see that fat fucking Atlantic City. What do I do?
There was 20 people. Nothing was going to happen.
What do I do?
Nothing. You did nothing. You talked, but you did nothing.
Apologize? He says no.
So you told security he's talking about your kids?
Outside then.
Come on, John.
Pick it up. Come.
Pick up the pace.
Everybody a pussy boy in a Dabbleverse.
Pick up the pace, or else I'm gonna have to go watch something else.
They're all big and tough. Until I fucking confront them. That idiot. Fucking, I don't know.
He forgot my name?
The
Kevin.
Pseudo pedo. Rocco. Oh, he was okay with goofing on my child.
Talk about me. I thought you were going to dissect me.
Settle this. No. They were all big, tough guys until they get called out.
Called out?
And Brennan is the same. When he said he was going to go over to Levy, I said, do you need any muscle? He said, yeah. So I came with him. Because I actually gave Kevin, the 20th chance? But now we finny. We done.
He's out of the Kevin Brennan business?
Fuck. It doesn't matter.
He's out of the business?
And I will get into any one of these things that have transpired, and it's just
these guys really
a
stink.
Complete embarrassment.
Just say
on
it,
Mr. Brennan's part. Where shall we begin?
Yes, at the beginning.
So, first time I do his show, or ever since I came back, he pays me $3,000, and then complains about it ad nauseum. For the next 30 shows.
I did?
Because Kevin, it's true what they say about the Irish.
Wow, now he's making generalizations? Doesn't he hate when people make generalizations about stutterers or transitional people?
So he gets he holds that money. He holds on to that money. And if he's got to pay somebody, oh God, doesn't irritate him. It irritates the fuck out of him. Because he don't want to pay anybody.
No, you don't
He
want to
just
pay
doesn't.
anybody. You don't want to pay anybody, you fucking hack. You don't want to pay anybody. Remember? You said I was a fool for paying people. You don't want to pay anybody because you don't have any money. Geno ain't got no money. I did a little prep for today. Don't hit the like button. I don't give a fuck who watches. I'm here killing time. Like the Four Corners podcast with Lenny J. Marcus. John did 11 shows on my show, 11 appearances. For those 11 appearances, I paid him $4,175. Divided by 11, how many times he was on? That's $380 per show. $380 per show. Don't have to leave his house. He can get drunk. $380 per show. But I don't want to pay anybody. I paid him every time. He don't pay anybody. He paid Stevie Lou yesterday, because he knew the shit was about to hit the fan. Paid him $80. That's what I paid Stevie for yesterday, because that's Stevie's going rate.
And hates it. And when he saw that he paid his guests $50,000, and I called him out when we were battling. So I want everyone to know, when we were battling, I said, Kev, I know what happened. This is, I don't have to be a licensed therapist to know what's going on in Kevin's mind. What's going on is he sees how much money he's paying out. And he don't like it. He doesn't like paying all that money out. So when I call him out, because I know I'm winding him up.
Wow, you got me wound up.
This, as they say in Britain. I'm winding his white lanky ass up.
What?
Because I know he doesn't want to pay that kind of money. I know he don't want to pay any money, but he does. So he can control people like Stevie Lou.
Wait. So I don't want to pay the money, but I do want to pay the money because I want to control people. Which is it, John? Do I not want to pay them, or do I do want to pay them to control them? Fucking idiot.
And fucking Rain Man. I mean, that's what it comes down to. He likes to control them.
But if I didn't pay them, according to John's logic, I wouldn't control them. But he also says I don't want to pay them. Which is it, John? You fucking idiot.
He knows they don't have any money. He's taking advantage of Stevie and Rage's financial situation.
But John isn't. John isn't taking advantage of Stevie Lou. He don't pay Stevie Lou anything until yesterday, because the shit was about to hit the fan with Stevie Lou. Stevie Lou wasn't going to get paid here anymore. I made it clear. Stevie, you can do a John show for free. You're doing my show for free then too. Because my show's more popular than John's. I make more money than John. Sorry, that's what's happening.
So he takes advantage of it.
Right.
Much like Pat Dixon. None of those guys have any money.
Right.
They don't.
Right. But John doesn't take advantage of people. He wants constantly asking Pat Dixon to be on his show and not pay him. But that's not taking advantage of anybody. I'm taking advantage of them by paying them. Is that what he's saying? That's what he's implying? I'm the one who's taking advantage of them by paying them.
It's a fact. So Kevin fucking uses his show to control them.
What? I use my show to control them? No, they're getting paid and they get to promote their own show. I'm using them. John's the one who's using them. Hey, come do my show for free. He watches my show. He's like, hey, I'll have Pat Dixon on and Ray DeVito and Stevie Lou, and I won't pay them. And then I'll say, Kevin has to pay them. I don't have to pay them. Isn't that what you did, John? You stuttering loser. Where's your family? Where's your family? Even Carl has an old wife. Where's your family? You sit there by yourself waiting for Vince DeLoy to send you a 20-pack of Coors Lights?
And manipulate them like children. And he feels fine about it because he is a lunatic.
Right. I'm a lunatic. This guy has no family, no nothing, alcoholic, drinks 20 beers a day, but I'm a lunatic. Wow. He's winding me up. I'm officially wound.
So I'm going to, now let me just
backtrack.
Give you the backstory.
Yeah.
So then after the 3,000, I do a show again.
Right.
He even texts me, "You were great."
I did.
And, just pays me 150.
Just?
I think I said thank you.
I think.
That was it.
That was it.
I wasn't complaining. Nothing. Then the next time he pays me 120.
No, I never paid him 120.
After I do a killer show.
I didn't. I never paid him 120.
And I'm like, what happened? I got fucking my pay cut. And
why would he care about first of all, I didn't go from 150 to 120. I never paid him 120. But even if I did, I paid him less. He thought there was a set rate. There's no set rate. It depends how the show goes, how much money I make, how many people are on the show. Last Wednesday, I had 3 people on the show: Ray DeVito, Stuttering Prick, and Stevie Boo. So I can't pay them all the same as if they're on by themselves. So another thing I have to factor in. But John's an idiot. As a child, he's never run anything in his life. He's always been like just the loser, stuttering loser that everyone's like, let's bring the loser by. What do you think I'm using him for? The same thing. Hey, this stuttering loser will show up. No family, no nothing, alcoholic. Mom, can you buy me a house? His mom has better credit than him. That's what he told me. His mom, that's why she bought the house. His mom's what, 80? She's as old as Carl's wife. She's 80, and she has better credit than a guy who's 50 and who made all this money in show business? What show was she on? Was she ever the announcer for the Tonight Show?
Then he goes down another one. Then after the show with Kristen Carney and Kate Meany, where I get them to talk about all the data points.
Right.
That was me who got them to.
I wasn't doing anything.
Talk about all that.
Right.
Because I'm an expert interviewer.
Right.
Been doing it for far.
I know. We all know that. We've all seen him. That's why you haven't had a job since then. You haven't had an interview job since then.
He pays me 100. Another pay cut.
Yeah, I had 3 people on the show. Nothing. There's no set rate. You fucking loser. How come you didn't get 3,000 every show? John, why you get, because that's where you got your first show, 3,000. How come you didn't complain? Hey, I didn't get 3,000 today. What a fucking idiot. And that show I paid Kristen Carney the most because she was crying. Just like I paid Ray last Wednesday the most because he was practically suicidal. So I have to factor that into, John. I'm running I'm a business. Man.
And I'm like, what the fuck, Kev? You're going to keep cutting my pay?
Yeah, cutting your pay.
So he goes, I don't know what to do because he asked me at that point, how much do you want?
No,
and
Adam
I said,
did.
I'm sure what you're going to pay me is fair. But no, it wasn't fair.
Wasn't fair.
So this time.
How is it not fair? You don't pay guests. What I pay you is not fair, but you don't pay guests. But that's fair? Why is he leaning in?
So his whole narrative then is, I never know what to pay John. So Adam, why don't you ask him? Okay.
No, it's not. I never know what to pay, John. You complain no matter what I pay you, but you don't pay anybody. Intriguing. You complain no matter, again, he's complaining again. No matter what I pay you, even if I would have paid him 100, what he requested, he still would have complained. That's all this prick does. He averages $380 an episode on my show, way more than anybody else. He still complains about every dollar. If he was doing so great, why would he even give a shit? If he was making so much money, why would he give 2 fucks?
So Adam asks me.
Asks me.
And I go for the lowest possible amount.
Right.
Based on the prior payments that he has made.
No. That based on what prior payments? That's not how it's. Then you should have got 3,000.
And I say, how about 100 a show?
But what'd you pay Stevie? John's never paid anybody, and then even when he paid Stevie for Saturday, he paid him 80. Why 80? Why don't you pay him 100, John? If that's like almost it's an insult payment. He paid me $100. I'm insulted. So what is 80? Pay him. Why'd you pay Stevie 80 if you're doing so great? Pay him $100. It's like an insult payment anyway.
And even that is not good enough.
Right.
For the lunatic.
The lunatic.
Because now I'm saying 100. I went to the lowest amount possible. Judging by the pay scale.
How about 80? Why don't you ask for 80? Because that's what you paid Stevie, even though you never paid anybody ever. And Stevie was getting it on both sides. So you're like, I'll pay you. I ain't gonna pay you 100. I'm not crazy. Pay you 80, even though it's insulting to everybody else. Fucking hack.
So now he's got to stick it to me again. Now we had made up in AC. I thought everything was cool. He came up to me, I didn't really want your plane to crash. I said, yeah, I know. I thought we were all cool. I mean, we hung out 2 days or 2 nights.
It's like a 3-day, 2 nights.
I thought everything was fine. But it wasn't. It wasn't.
John's broke.
Because then he resorts back to what I said, 3 weeks ago now? When we were feuding? When we be feuding? And I said, Kevin hates the fact that he has to pay people. And I said, see, I don't have that kind of business model, Kevin. You're the idiot who made that a precedent. I am not.
I'm the idiot that made it a precedent. So now I have to keep sticking to it, even though I'm an idiot. But John doesn't pay people because John don't make any money. And if he made any money, why would he care what I paid him? Isn't he here to promote his show? He said his show would go on after mine, so it wouldn't make sense for him to come on my show to promote it. So why would he care about $50 or $20 if he was making any money? He don't have any money. His mom bought his fucking house. Oh, she's got better credit. She's 80. You're asking your mom who's 80? Wow. Mommy? These guys all are fucking mama boys. Carl, Shuley, this clown.
I pay one person on this show, and that is me. And I shall keep it that way. Wow. Now, I paid Stevie Lou yesterday because I know he's hurting.
Oh, he's a humanitarian. So his business model is still, I don't pay people. John's business model is still, he doesn't pay people. But Kevin's got to pay people because that's his precedent. But John, you busted your precedent yesterday, didn't you, by paying Stevie? So which is it? What a fucking loser. What a fucking loser. Kevin's got to pay. Kevin, pay people. Yeah, you know why I pay people, John? Because I make money here. I make money. Everyone sees I make money. So what am I supposed to pretend I don't make money? What am I supposed to tell Stevie Lou and Ray DeVito after last night's show? We didn't make any money. They were here. John, you don't make any money. Everybody knows the shows that don't make money. If I go on Ray DeVito's show, do I expect Ray DeVito to pay me? No, because he doesn't make money. So I'm going to say, Ray, you got to pay me $100. That's my rate. I could see Ray doesn't make money on his show. I could see John doesn't make money on his show. If Brock Lee don't show up, it's a bunch of $5 super chats insulting his family. But John's like thinks he's taking a high road. I don't pay people. I pay one person. That's me. I'm so great. I don't pay people. Also, because you're not making any money. But now he's paid Stevie Lou yesterday because Stevie Lou's hurting. So we paid him $80, even though $100 to John is an insult payment. So what the fuck is 80?
Running for money. His heart is broken.
His heart is broken.
And he's a good fucking guy.
Then pay him more.
A real good guy.
If you're doing so well,
And
pay
I like
him
him a
more.
lot.
What do you say? You like?
And I know character. Well, I've been wrong in the past. One person on this show, and that is me. And I shall keep it that way. Now, I paid Stevie Lou yesterday because I know he's hurting. He's hurting for money. His heart is broken.
Oh, my God.
And he's a good fucking guy. A real good guy. And I like him a lot. And I know character. Well, I've been wrong in the past.
Wow, what a
Hockey
clown.
Puck, Crying Ryan, Lonely Loony Lady,
Oh, my God.
Nikki Baxter. I've been wrong.
Right. There's nothing you did. It's all them. They all lose their mind.
But sometimes I'm
Lunatics.
right. Hitman Dan, Brucey, Patty, Jigs,
What?
Joey C, Jerry. Yeah, I've been right on a lot of occasions.
Joey
A
C.
lot of my buddies out here.
Where
I've
are
been
they?
right, and I've been wrong.
Where's your family?
Stevie Lou, I am right.
Hmm.
He's a good guy.
Hmm.
Not looking, just a nice, bright. He's a bright man as well. And so I felt bad, so I paid him yesterday. But what happens then? So Kevin's now mad. He's got to stick it to me somehow. So he goes, okay, John wants 100 a show. Here, John, here's 75 a show. I sent the other 50 to Stevie. Get it from him. In other words, he knows. He knows. He knows I am not going to fucking ask Stevie for the money. He's appealing to my nicety.
What?
He is. So he knows I'm not going to ask Stevie.
I'm appealing to his nicety? I don't even think that's... For a guy who's in Mensa, I'm appealing to his nicety.
For the money. And this is Kevin's way of passive-aggressively sticking it to me.
Sticking it to you!
And it's fine, Kev. Don't
Thank
pay
you.
me.
I paid you.
I ain't doing your show anymore.
Oh, what? I
And
paid
you might
you.
think that's not a big deal, but it is.
Why? Tell me why.
It is.
Tell me why.
Because I'm your best guest you ever had.
Right.
It's the truth.
Right.
And as much as your people in the chats hate me,
Yeah.
they love that I'm there.
Right.
Because I'm the antagonist.
Right. You've been there. You've been on my show 11 times.
And I'm fine being the antagonist.
Right.
I enjoy it. I'll be the troublemaker. That's what I was for the Stern Show. I was the shit
You're a
stirrer.
leading man, John.
Not the shit layer. There's a very big difference. I was the shit stirrer.
Oh, now we're going to get a speech.
And I'll do it on your show, Kev, but not anymore.
Whoa.
I'll never do your show again.
What?
And now you lose me for the sorcerer thing.
Oh,
was gonna do
no.
that.
I lost you? Motherfucker, you were going to get paid. John's always owed about $50. But he was going to get paid, but I lost him. Interesting. 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 I might have fucked up myself here. I hope I didn't fuck it up. Stevie Lou, if you're watching, I sent you the link. If you know what's good for you, you'll jump on. I like to control
Shit,
people.
I might even have done the Ray DeVito roast because he's such a fucking moron.
You wouldn't have. You're a coward. Here's the thing about John. Whether you hate him or love him or somewhere in between, it's like he's a bitch. So if we had him with the sorcerer, he would have made it impossible. He would have been like, I need this much money. I need it up front. So I would suggest money, if he did the roast, a minimum 500. So of course that piques John's interest, but then he'd be like, I need this, I need that, because he thinks he's a big deal. And John, I've already had these problems with Lenny, Brian McCarthy, Bob Levy, Chad Zumock, all the threats of, I'm not doing your show anymore. You're fucked. I've already been through this with bigger and better than you. You've been on my show 11 times. You think I can't you think I won't be okay without you? You fucking idiot. It's everybody has the same thing. Kevin, I'm your best guest. Bob Levy's like, he can't, Julie and Bob are like, there's no way he survives without, where the fuck is Stevie? He might not even come on today. He's too scared, but maybe he's not even available. Maybe he's watching the game, even though there is no game. So if you don't think Bob Levy and Shuley had a meeting that Monday before Bob quit, and Bob's like, I think I'm going to quit. And Shuley's like, quit? We'll put him out of business. Guaranteed. And Bob's like, yeah, you can't do the show without me. Same thing Lenny thought. Same thing fucking Brian McCarthy thought when he was going to move the needle by going on Bill Schultz's show. These fucking hacks.
I'm not going to do that either. So now, because of your being such a dickhead and taking away that $50, what have you gotten? I don't give a shit. I don't need $50 that bad.
You do. That's why you're talking about it. I don't need $50 that bad. Could you imagine being that pathetic? I don't need the $50. I'm going to stick it to you. I'm not going to do the show with the sorcerer or the Ray DeVito roast. Good. One less fucking headache. You're going to stick it to me? I don't need the $50. I don't need the $50. Why are you talking about it? Why are you talking about the $50? If you don't need it. Guys who have money, they don't even ask for money. Primetime Stein, Tukey, they're like, I don't need the $100. John needs the money. John's fucking broke. He didn't have money to go to New Jersey. He didn't have money for beer. His mom bought his fucking house because she has better credit than him. She's 80. When's John's credit going to get better? When he's 80? He peaked 20 years ago. I'm wound up. I'm calling this episode I'm wound up. I'm going to write myself a note. Guaranteed, John just texted Stevie Lou. Don't do a show. That's what he wants. That's what he wants, Stevie. He wants you to come on to shit on me. That's true. I do. I do want you to come on shit on John. These fucking clowns. They always got me over the barrel. Bob Levy, Shuley, Carl, Lenny, Neil, Brian McCarthy, Chad, Bob Levy again. Here's what I'm going to do, John. God damn it.
I don't even fucking give a shit if I don't get paid. But when you ask me and then you fucked me.
No, I didn't. I asked you because you were talking about it on Friday that I didn't pay you for Wednesday. And I said, well, I can't really pay you anything because no matter what I pay you, you bitch. So I might as well pay you nothing, and then you have a reason to bitch. And then after Friday's show, I told Adam, I don't want to deal with it. Ask him what he wants to get paid. And he said, I want 100 for Wednesday and 100 for Friday. Even though we had 3 guests on Wednesday and 2 guests on Friday. So I'm like, I could probably do that. But then I'm like, oh, wait. I also got to pay Stevie for Wednesday. So I'm like, you know what? I'll take some of John's money and give it to Stevie because, John doesn't really care and Stevie needs the money. So I was being Robin Hood. But John's like, no. And I said, John, if you want the $50 from Stevie, do a Venmo request. And I gave him his Venmo name, whatever the fuck it's called, tag. But John's like, I win all the time. Where's my beer, Vince? I constantly win. Where's my family? I do nothing but, Mommy, did you buy my house for me?
Because you want to passive aggressively stick it to me.
Yes.
Then we got a problem.
Yes.
Then we have a problem.
We have a problem,
and Kevin,
Houston.
you can call me a buffoon all you want. I know you did it
Buffoon.
yesterday. You'll continue to
Buffoon.
That's why you have no friends, Kevin.
Have no friends? You have no family. You have nothing. Your mom bought you a fucking house. Where's your wife? She's living with another dude. Everybody says the same thing. The same thing Chad always says. You don't have any friends. You mean like Tukey? You mean like Shuley and Mike Moore? Should they be my pals? What? Why does everybody think I want friends? I'm busy. Where am I going to go? To a game? Let's go to a game.
That's why you are the most unliked person at the Comedy Cellar, in your family.
What?
That's why.
Where's your family? At least my family lives with me. I'm the least liked person at the Comedy Cellar and in my family. John doesn't even know about my family. You mean my Neil family? My brothers and sisters? I'm doing over. I'm in pretty good standing. Not so much with Neil, but that's fine. Have you seen Neil lately? He's not doing that great, John. Remember, you're going to stick it to me by having Neil on your interview show? Get him.
Because you're an impossible person to deal with.
I am.
Do you ever hear Kevin Brennan go, I'm hanging out with some friends today? No. He doesn't have.
I mean, I should go to the pub at 6 o'clock and have 18 beers like that? Is that what you mean? I'll do it, I guess. Doesn't sound like that much fun. Who you talk to?
Any. How could he? The way he treats people. How could he have?
How I treat him? Everybody gets paid here. You just told me you don't pay anybody. But you treat him good? Stevie's hurting, but you don't pay him. His heart is broken, but you don't pay him.
Friends. It would be a chore to be his friend. Imagine that. Having to deal with Mr. Moody every day.
Mr. Moody. That's a good title, too.
Kevin Brennan's daily routine is like a box of chocolates. You never know which one you're going to get.
Right.
That's Kevin's personality.
Right. I'm pretty consistent. I'm consistently difficult.
Kevin's personality is like a box of chocolates.
I love
you
when
never
people
know
do.
which one you're going to get.
I love when people does
Jenny,
the Forrest Gump.
When I grew up in Greenbow, which is not really a city in Alabama, it doesn't matter. But you never know which one you're going to get. It would be a chore to fucking be Kevin Brennan's friend. And he don't have any. He don't.
John, who are your friends? Not that I care, but who are your friends? The guys you hang out with at the pub? You do your show mostly by yourself. So you're friends with Vince the lawyer, and then you try to poach people that do my show? Stevie Lou, Pat Dixon, Ray DeVito, Kate Meany. Is that what you do? You live in your house by yourself, both your houses by yourself. The one your mom bought you in Florida. I guess you're not there that much. Maybe you're renting it out. I don't know. But don't worry about what's happening with my social life, John. I'm fine. I don't go to the pub every night. That's not my style. Never was. Man, Greg Giraldo and Dave Attell used to go to hang out every night. How'd that work out? How'd that work out for Greggy? How'd that work out for Davey? He can't even have a sip of a beer anymore. He overdid it. Just like John. John, I know John's business model is John's retirement plan is the Ray DeVito retirement plan. Ray's always like, I'm not going to live long. My parents didn't. So John's probably like, I'm drinking myself to death.
And we all know why. Yeah, he could be nice in person, but that's all an act.
It's an act. Why would I act nice? Why? That's an act. Maybe this is an act. Wait, when I'm in person, I'm nice in person. That's an act. So I was acting the whole time I was in Atlantic City, except when I went up to Bob. That was the real me. This guy's a fucking idiot. Don't hit the like button. Do not subscribe. Unsubscribe, in fact. Unsubscribe from my channel. Do not hit the like button. These fucking losers. I'm out of the Dabbleverse.
It's not really Kevin. That's Kevin not want to get his ass kicked, Kevin.
Right.
But now we're at the stage. If I saw him again.
Oh, shit.
If it was today, if Atlantic City was tomorrow and I saw him.
What would you do?
I would be the one looking him in the face and tell him to fuck off.
No.
Get the fuck away from me.
What?
I don't want to. You sicken me.
What?
You sicken me. And you know what? My friends who follow this Dabbleverse nonsense tell me, you know who the biggest work in the Dabbleverse is? Kevin Brennan.
What?
And that is a fact. Kevin Brennan is the biggest work out of all works.
More than Tukey?
In the Dabbleverse. That's why he projects that term on everybody else.
What term?
Because Kevin Brennan is the work.
Oh.
Everything's a work.
What? What, right? Me now is a work, or me in Atlantic City was a work, or the whole thing is a work? When I'm on my bike, is that a work? When I'm eating, I don't even get it. The whole thing's a work. And all your friends tell you I'm the work in of all of this. I think John's gaslighting me. He's trying to confuse me because I'm confused. So this whole thing is what?
He said it himself on the show. I said, Kev, you're actually a nice guy in Atlantic City. He goes, shh, don't let people know. But actually, truth be told, the nice guy, that's a work too. Everything about him is a work.
I can't anymore. Everything about me is a work. What's the timestamp on that? I'm gonna give that to Adam. 1747.
And I know it irritated him. It irritated him when he saw all the people taking pictures with me and ignoring him.
First of all, I didn't see one person take a picture with him. I'm not even kidding. First of all, here's the thing. John thinks because he used to be famous and some people recognized him. I mean, I was happy for him. If Broccoli was like, yeah, people are recognizing him, and I was like, good. So at least I feel like Broccoli got his money's worth. People still know John. I didn't see one picture. I mean, people would point out that guy, Broccoli, was like, that guy walked up to John and said, can I get a picture with you? I was like, that's great. That's fucking great. John needs that. John needs that for his pathetic ego. He has nothing else. I mean, I'm not exaggerating when I say he has nothing else. He has this shitty show that he does, and then going to the pub. He has no family. His mom had to buy him his house. He's not doing well. So I'm glad for him if people know who he is. Does that make John happy? Like, remember I used to be somebody? But I'm not jealous, John. I mean, imagine being jealous of John at this point. I mean, when John was on the Howard Stern show, I'm sure a lot of people were jealous of him. But like, nobody's jealous of John now. Like, if anything, people just feel sorry for him.
And that got to him. It was paradise for me. I'm just sitting minding my own business. And couple after couple, John, you were the best on Stern. Can I get a picture? John, I'm a big fan. Can I get a picture? Nonstop. And not only Dabbleverse people, mind you. I'm talking about just regular folk.
Where are they now? Basically, we provide this environment for him to get recognized. And so he can. It's basically like when they have baseball players have that. I don't know what they call it. I don't even know if they do it anymore. But when like retired baseball players, they would have like fantasy camps. And you get to, play with whatever team you like, the Phillies or the Yankees or the fucking Dodgers or the Cubs. They would have these fantasy baseball camps and the retired baseball players, and they'd all want to get autographed. Great. Yeah, the people who hang out there, Bagada, for a lot of times are old people. And yes, people that weren't in the Dabbleverse. I never saw it, but people were saying, yeah, that like a couple people pointed out, like that guy wanted to take a picture with John. He was like, are you stuttering, John? That's great. Now what, John? Now what? We provided the environment for you to be recognized. Now what are you going to do? You're back in your house, sitting by yourself, drinking your Coors Lights. You paid Stevie Lou $80 because Stevie Lou's hurting. What a gesture. What a fucking gesture. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, seriously. And John's like, I don't need the $50. I don't need the $50. I really don't need the $50. I mean, what a fucking loser. What the guys who don't need the money, they don't. Alex Stein does the show. I don't pay him. I've offered to pay him. He's like, don't worry about it. Even Tuki's like, I just do it for fun. John's like, I need the $50. I told Adam, I said, no matter what I do, it's going to be a problem. Even $100 that he wanted, he said, that's as low as I'll go, to $100. So then the next time he comes on, he'll be like, are you going to pay me $100 again? But he pays Stevie $80 because Stevie's hurting. He can't even pay him $100. What a fucking piece of shit. What a piece of absolute shit. I haven't read one super chat yet. I apologize. Listen, man. He was there. Movie star Fingernails was there. Fingernails was there. Movie star, I gotta, This is really. I mean, listen, it's the way John looks at stuff. John's saying I don't have any friends. Yeah, I don't really need friends. I do a show every day. What do you want the same thing Chad says when Chad doesn't do the show anymore. Kevin doesn't have any friends. Okay, I don't have any friends. What am I supposed to do with them? Go to the ball game? Hey, Jim Florentine, you wanted to go to the ball game with me? We go to minor league. We go to the Phillies. We go to the Mets. Whatever. Let's go to a game. Hey, Bobo, you want to go to a game? I used to go to games. I still don't, but I used to too. I mean, if I go to a game, I'm probably going to take my son. John, why don't you take your family to the game? I mean, these people are saying, I don't have any friends when they sit in their apartments by themselves. Kevin doesn't have any friends. I don't need friends. Movie star fingernails, I consider him a friend. Whenever I see him, I'm like, there's movie star fingernails. Always a good time. Smokey the Berg, stick it to him, KB. You're winning. Fuck. Geno Bisconte. I forgot we were talking about Geno. That's how long ago that was. Tigger. I consider Tigger a friend now. Tigger, I was hanging out with Tigger. I consider Bentley a friend, Borgo a friend. And people are like, just the high rollers? No. Movie star fingernails, $1.99. I hung out with him in Atlantic City for hours playing poker. And then the next day. But do I have friends where I'm like, hey, I want to call my pal? Sometimes I call old pals. Sometimes I do. John's like, Kevin's the least liked guy at the Comedy Cellar. John, I can go to the Comedy Cellar. I'm past there. Are you past at any clubs? Can you just go and hang out at any LA clubs? Or you just sit in your house drinking beers that somebody bought for you? Just like, I'll go to Atlantic City if people put me up. Because I'm a big celebrity. Also, you're broke. That's why. That's really what it comes down to. God bless you, brother Brennan, working on the Lord's Day. Fuck Shuley. Send El Camino High School the link. Yes. These clowns. Tigger stands with me. Tigger's a pal now, too. Culligan, I'm going to send him an autograph thing from the show in Atlantic City. The bumper stickers. But this is the clown world we live in. John's telling me I should be concerned about my social life. But he sits in his house by himself. It's not even a house. It's his apartment. And then the house that I guess that his mom bought in Florida. Thank you, Tigger. The Chad Geno Alliance didn't last a week. There's a shocking outcome. Panhandler, $10. Thank you. It's incredible, Panhandler. I mean, when I heard that Ken Mosca wasn't even at the show because he had to go to a birthday party, I'm like, but they were threatening everybody. They're going to break your hand if you take a picture or record the set. And then literally nobody's there. Like literally, you could just walk in, do whatever. Nobody was even asking for tickets. But yeah, anything that Geno's involved with, be careful. Geno gets a lot of people canceled and fired and heart attacks. It was not even a sucker punch. Yeah, it was not a sucker punch. Mega Tech guy. Yeah, but you read this. Thank you, Bill from Jersey. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's just everyone's version, but like, they don't understand how ridiculous they look. So they're coming to Atlantic City, stick it to me. And I'm like, stick it to me. You think I'd give a shit if Geno's coming to town? And then Canoes chase me around the casino. Kevin, you like me. I'm like, get the fuck away from me. Like, literally get the fuck away from me. Literally. Right, because I need Canoe to like me. I want to be pals with Canoe and Geno. I'm going to go on a picnic with them. Let's go to a ball game. When is Stuttering John next appear? I don't know. I'm worried now. I mean, I never survive when people say they won't do my show anymore. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. John will show up again. John needs money. John's broke. I don't know if he's broke as Geno, but if your mom has better credit than you and you're 50 and famous and you made all this money, huh? His mom's she's better off financially than John? What did she do for all her money? She an announcer on the Jack Parr show? Donna Gee. This label, can you show us your 9+ notifications on your YouTube account? Top right corner next to your picture. Thanks. I'm kind of busy. What? Can you show us your 9+ notifications on your YouTube account? Listen, man, I'm not tech savvy, but this label, I know you're trying to trick me into giving Borgo, $20 per show was overpaying Melendez. Here's a dirty little secret about Stuttering John Melendez. People hate him. So when I have him on my show, I got to take the good with the bad. So a lot of people fucking hate him. So again, remember when he wanted to be my co-host, Borgo? Because he wanted that Levy money. And I was like, yeah, that's not happening. It wasn't about the money. It was about Stuttering John is fucking toxic. So I could have had him on and the show would have tanked because people hate the guy. Yeah, he has some fans and he's a train wreck. So people always watch a train wreck, but he wasn't long term, he wasn't going to help me. Sporadically appearing on my show was fine, but every day, no way. Sorry.